My name's Tom Hook.
My name is Paula Hook, and we have two daughters that were diagnosed with Friedreich's ataxia. One when Katie was 19, and one Carly was when she was 21. Um, After living with this disease for about 9 years, we decided that we needed to do something because our first daughter with Friedreich's ataxia, Katie, decided that she didn't really want to be in the world and she wanted to just hibernate in her place and felt like she was the only person. She did go ahead and get her associate's degree in college, but didn't want to participate in anything, didn't want to know anything about Friedreich's ataxia. And so we thought, what could we do to help her adjust with what she has to live with, and how could we prevent this from other people? So we came up with the idea with the help of Mary Brown, who unfortunately has not made it the 3 years that we have had Friedreich's ataxia, but we give her as much credit as we do ourselves because she was in the beginning makings of FA Woodstock. So 3 years ago we decided to have FA Woodstock, and we had 35 FAers, and then with our helpers we were at 50, probably about 50 people that attended the event. Our second year in 2011, we went up to about 75 people and a little over 100 with all of our volunteers. And happy to say with our third year of this 2012, we are over 100 with FAers and their families and friends, and about 120 with volunteers. It was wonderful to see the first year when the FAers were sharing with each other how they dealt with it, and that when they tried to finish high school and they tried to finish college and they were sliding against the halls of the walls. See, I have to stop that. Sliding against the halls, or the walls in the halls of the school to make it to their class. They would make sure that they were the first ones there and the last ones to leave. And they just tried to pretend like they didn't have anything. And of course, somebody with Friedreich's ataxia, it's very hard to hide. And I heard over and over at that first Woodstock how all of these kids fought it like that, and people would think that they were high or they were drunk, and I don't know, they were just alone. And this was a place where they could come, be themselves,
No schedule.
have fun, and just be who they are, and everybody appreciate and love that person. And
And I think the parents got more than the kids did out of it at times.
I know you and I are so blessed each and every time this happens. It might be a lot of work to put it together, but what we come away with, that there is so much good in the world, and that these kids who have a hard life ahead of them have so much courage and determination to fight it and to live a normal life and to get jobs and to travel and to just experience the world as a person without this disability would have it. And it's been a blessing to us, a blessing to our girls, and something that we could share with everyone.
How did the FA Woodstock, the name, and how did the concept come about?
So Mary Brown and I were discussing, how I said, I don't know what to do, I don't know how to have a fundraiser, but I would love to have a place where these kids could just hang out and be themselves and not have to pay a lot of money and to just have good old-fashioned fun. And so we said, well, why don't we throw together a camping party on our acreage and have everybody bring tents and camp out, and we can have it just like the old 60s Woodstock, and we'll have bands. And
Stole their name.
And we stole their name and went on with FA Woodstock, and that's how that happened.
Talk a little bit about, I know you talked to me yesterday some about the impact that a lot of the volunteers and
The emotional impact on me it's tremendous, and it builds up the whole time everybody's here. And at the end, you do need a couple days just to kick back and decompress, because all it takes is a comment and you lose it. You can't even explain how good it feels to have this event
It's just fun with different events we have, like yoga. You know, when I heard people say, "Oh my goodness, I didn't know you could do chair yoga," and you know, everyone just learned something from somebody else. You know, so they learn different ways into which to deal with their ataxia.
And just everybody that comes out of the woodwork to help you get it set up. You couldn't do it all on your own, and the volunteers are what makes this event possible.
Our volunteers see how strong our children are and how much they want to fight. He's gonna have to set up, so that's not.
Go back into the volunteers.
The volunteers, you know, they see what courage our children have to just keep fighting and pushing forward and to be as normal as they can be, and it just touches them all, you know, and you learn to be grateful for those small things, and that it's the little things in life that mean the most to us, and what most of us take for granted. These kids have to fight every day.
And some of those, tell me about the pizza guys, how that came about.
It was a story that started, probably just over a year ago. Just happened to get hooked up with those guys by fate, I think it was.
Doing a favor for them.
A favor for a favor, and the next thing you know, they read a newspaper article, and it exploded from there. They couldn't help us enough, and they brought things to our organization that we could have never done on our own. It was just impossible to do it all. Went well over and above their means, I think, themselves. They all drew together and just bailed us out.
And they're so ready to do it again next year. They can't wait.